wanted to check up on you. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? We've been dealing with the pandemic for the last couple of years and stuff. So how you doing? You living on your own now? You grown man status.
Yeah.
So how's life these days?
I mean, shit, life is. I mean, it's good because it's like I'm doing what I gotta do, and I'm accomplishing everything that's on my bucket list.
That's
like,
what's up.
Since the pandemic happened, and I stopped going to school because the pandemic, because I stopped going to school because the pandemic hit. Like, they started kicking people out of school. What was it, like March 2020?
Yeah,
right before my birthday, they kicked everybody out of school and closed down everything. So it's like, once that happened, I was still going to school doing online classes. I had like a 3.0 GPA before the online classes, and then once we went online, I started failing and all type of stuff, and I didn't want to lose my scholarship. So they said you could leave and come back whenever you want to if that's what you want to do. So I just left because I see my grades was dropping. And then once that happened, I just started really getting money because I wanted to I didn't want to just stay home and do nothing. So I was figuring out ways to hustle and get money. Legally. Legally. Legally, I was doing many things, and then I had a job too, so I was just saving my bread. I made a bucket list of everything I wanted to do, if not by the end of 2020, at least in 2021. So I made, on my list, I put to get my own car, to get my first apartment, I put to go to DR and see my family that I never seen, because I never been out the country before, especially never the DR. So I wanted to see like where I'm from and my family and stuff out there.
Right.
And then I was just making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and not just wasting time, because we had a lot of time in the pandemic. So I was just making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, really.
So since the pandemic, since the outbreak, 2019, the word we can't say. The virus.
Yeah.
Have you caught it?
I caught it. I mean, I didn't know, because I went to the doctor one time, because like you get your yearly, like you get like probably like 2 checkups a year, something like that. So I went to the doctor and I was getting my like blood tests and stuff like that. I went back and everything was good. And then he was telling me you have the COVID antigen in you, and I'm like, what that mean? He was like, oh, that means you caught COVID before, and like now it's in your body. So I'm like, oh, I didn't even know, because I ain't have no symptoms or nothing. And I wasn't surprised that I caught it, because I wasn't wearing my mask or nothing, because I didn't care about, and I wasn't scared about it. But I caught it, and I probably caught it again before, but like I said, I just ain't never know I had it, because my main girl, she had COVID.
Shout out to the main girl.
Yeah, she was with me we was chilling one day, and then she was feeling like sick, and I'm touching her, she felt hot, and then like she went home like the next day telling me she had COVID, and I'm like, damn, I probably got it too, but I ain't have no symptoms or nothing, so I didn't even go get checked up or whatever. But I probably did have it a few times though.
Do you know anybody like that passed away from it, anything like that, severe, or any severe symptoms and cases?
Personally, anybody like close to me ain't have nothing like crazy. Like I know a few people who caught it, but like they was good. They was just like my mom caught it recently too, but like it wasn't nothing too bad. It's like a common flu or whatever like that. So they was good after a few days or whatever. It wasn't nothing serious.
The rest in peace to those who have passed away, and condolences to those who have lost someone, because we still kind of dealing with it now, even though it's kind of getting quiet now. But we don't want to forget those that have passed, whatever. And you said you was in college. Yeah. And so how did you said your grades kind of slipped a little bit? Yeah. What was it? Was it the transition from in-person school to online, and what was the difference? What made it?
It was really the transition from in-person school to online, because in school it was easier for me to keep up with what's going on and stuff. Like I know all the assignments that was due or whatever and stuff like that. Even if I didn't, it's like a thing called Blackboard, and you see like everything that's due. And they still have Blackboard and stuff for you to see like what assignments you need to complete and stuff like that. But it's just like we had to log into like the online thing, and then what is it called where you see your teachers and classmates or whatever?
The Zoom. Whatever?
Yeah, the Zoom. And we on the Zoom, and I couldn't understand what was going on, and I'm emailing my teachers to figure out what we learned in school or what we have to do, and it's like nobody was responding. So I'm like, bro, instead of just wasting time and failing all these classes, I'm gonna just stop going to school for now. So I just stopped going, because like I couldn't even keep up like what's going on. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna just stop going because the teachers don't email me back or nothing. So I was just like, forget it, bro.
Did you talk to like a counselor or something that said like to let them know like they wasn't getting like a response, or it was just?
I mean, not really, because to be honest, I didn't really want to go to college. I really wanted to go to college to play football, but like in high school, like throughout the years, my coaches kind of made me like lose love for playing football. And then when I broke my wrist my senior year, I'm just like, I'm gonna find something else to do. And then I was thinking about it in college, like, cause I went to the trials and stuff, and the coaches was liking me and stuff. But then I'm thinking about it, like, I don't think I want to do this because I have to dedicate all my time to this. And like I'm looking at all the other players, it's like all they do is go to practice and do their schoolwork, and that's it. You don't have time for nothing else. And I'm like, I don't come from a rich family, so I still want to make money myself because I'm old. Like I'm 18 and older, so I was like, I want to make my own money. I don't want to keep asking my mom for money because I got younger siblings, and my mom don't make a lot of money to where she could give me everything I want and need. So I was just like, nah, I don't got time for football, so I'm gonna just go and make some money and buy stuff that I need and want. So that's what I ended up doing, and start playing football and stuff.
Understandable. It's understandable. Do you plan on like maybe going back to school, or?
I don't really know, cause like I don't know. I really don't know. I be thinking about it, but then I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see where that go in the future.
Do you have like a career goal? Was it something like a specific job you want, like football kind of faded away the love for that?
Yeah,
so career goal is looking for?
Really, my career goals is I really want to open up my own business.
That's what's up.
Well, businesses, I want to have multiple businesses, but my main thing will probably be, it's gonna be with fashion because I always loved fashion, sneakers and clothes since I was little. So it's gonna be with that. And then I wanna have multiple businesses doing other things. I wanna open up some restaurants. I wanna open up some stores. Like for one of my big goals is like when I have a lot of money and stuff, I could get in touch with like the government and stuff or the city and stuff, and help give me some funding to like open up stores for underprivileged families and stuff, and like in my community, especially like the Bronx and South Bronx, and like put food and stuff for free in there for them, and they could go shopping all the time in there and just get food for free. Cause I know it's hard for some families out here, so that's one thing I really want to do. So
that's what's up. So it's not just for yourself. You definitely want to.
Yeah, cause I don't like to see other people struggling, so I just want to be there and help. At least if I can't help everybody, at least help my community where I grew up from.
That's what's up. That's big. That's big. That's big. Yeah, I mean, can't knock that. We're gonna work. We're gonna talk about that. You know, I have my own business, and help us people else get started. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk off camera. We're gonna give you these ideas, try to steal your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You already gave you a little too much, but that's all good. That's all good. Everybody can do it. We can all win out here, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if I can get you in touch with some people that can also help you a little more than I can.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. But I mean, listen. Even if you don't go back to school, you still gotta look into those things you want to do, those fields you want to get into and things. You got to do some research, or at least some classes, or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, no pressure. We still, like I said, we're still dealing with the pandemic. So when that ends, maybe you'll have some more time to do. You might want to get back into that or whatever. But no stress, no stress. The Super Bowl just passed. We was talking about that a little earlier. You doubted my Niners.
Yeah, I didn't think they was gonna make it that far, and they did.
I did. We overachieved. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't think we gonna make it that far either. We overachieved a little bit on the strength of athleticism and stuff like that. I know football's a love of yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love football.
Is your team still the Giants, or where you at?
I mean, I'm loyal, so my team is still the Giants,
but
they suck.
Oh, okay.
They really suck. Like they've been trash for a few years, but all my teams, like my three teams, the Panthers and Falcons, but like the Giants,
and they all suck.
The Giants been the worst.
Yeah. Cause
I mean, they
beat the Giants, and
they had the least amount of wins out of those three, like the past few seasons. So like, but they still my team though. But hopefully they get it together. But I support any New York team, so the Bills was doing good, so I'm happy for that. And the Jets suck too, so at least the Bills was doing something for New York.
Yeah, I had higher hopes for the Bills. I thought they were going to do more.
I really thought the Packers or the Bills was going to win the Super Bowl this year, but...
Yeah. How'd you feel about the halftime show?
Yo, that show made me so happy because, like, I don't recall really seeing black people for the halftime show. Like,
we had a few. I mean, as far as black people, The Weeknd, if he was black.
Oh yeah.
We had Prince, Michael, Beyonce.
Yeah, you right, but
we had a few, but it never really like hip hop though.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like I was happy because it was black people and they doing hip hop, and it was the majority was black people. I mean, the only white person was Eminem, but still, I was just happy.
He's part of hip hop culture.
And it was people who I listened to. I listened to a little bit of Snoop Dogg. I listened to a little bit of Mary J. Blige, and then I listened to a lot of 50 Cent. So I was just happy to see that, and I feel like the NFL is doing better, or at least making it look like they're doing better, helping with the black community, especially with the thing that happened with the Dolphins coach and all that stuff. So yeah,
and he just got signed with the Steelers for their, I think, defensive coordinator. So yeah, and we spoke about that on the previous episode and stuff too. You know, are you aware of what's going on with that? Like the Rooney Rule and how they trying to get more black coaches and stuff involved, and they feel like it's not a fair chance for black coaches. Are you paying attention to that?
I mean, really, most of that stuff be on like social media and stuff in the news, but really, I try to like not pay too much attention to all that stuff because a lot of the stuff you see on social media be bullshit. So that's why I don't be on social media like that, but I try to pay attention to stuff like that. Like when I watch Sports Center and I watch the news, sometimes I see stuff like that. So I mean, I'm kind of into it. I'm just not like all the way in tune with it.
Got it. But do you? I mean, obviously you see there's only there's only one black coach in the Steelers. He's the only head coach.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Do you feel that? And not just because they're black, but you feel like they're not getting a fair chance, or you feel like because a lot have been, trying out Flores. Then the Dolphins actually had 2-3 winning seasons in a row.
Yeah,
he got fired. So do you feel like they're not getting a fair chance?
Yeah, I kind of feel like that because I'm like, I was thinking to myself like when I was watching football, I think I was watching the Steelers play one day. And now I'm looking like, yo, is Mike Tomlin the only black coach?
At the moment.
And then I'm looking like, yo, the only 2 coaches I know that's part of the minority and that's not white is Ron Rivera on the Redskins. I mean, the football
the
Commanders now. And then Mike Tomlin. I'm thinking like, yo, I don't remember seeing no other.
Got Robert Saleh.
Well, yeah, him too.
He's like Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And then now the Dolphins just signed my Niners' old offensive coordinator. I forgot his name escapes me right now because he's gone. So
yeah.
But he's. I guess they said he's like 1/8 black or something.
Bro.
Like, come on, bro. When you look at him, he does not look like
black at all. They be saying anything, but like
his great grandfather was black.
Bro,
something like that. He's like Logic, Logic. He's like, like you're black. So they count him as a person of color. Yeah, that's how they like to phrase he's a person of color. But yeah, it's the NFL is one of them places where it's old school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of old fashioned thoughts and views and things on it. And
exactly.
With the quarterback position, the head coach position, they feel like, it really can't be ran by one of us.
Yeah.
We can do everything else. We can run, we can catch, we can block.
Yeah, but you can't be like one of the leading positions or like stuff like that.
And it's obviously not true. But they're trying to, work ways on it. And one of the things they invented was the Rooney Rule, which was created by the former.
What is the Rooney Rule?
The former owner of the Steelers. Not ironically, but obviously, I think it was Art Rooney, but it was like the father before the son took over, and he wanted to make a rule, and this was before they hired one, that every team has to at least interview a black coach, because at first they weren't even interviewing black coaches. So he's like, you had to at least.
Oh yeah, I heard about that on Sports Center. Now today they still do it, but it's they
like
just don't hire
you an interview, but I'm really not even interested. I'm just going to do it for the time. And that's what happens more often than not. And part of the problem too is they do the interviews during the playoffs. So if my team is in the playoffs, I'm focusing on this Sunday, and I got to go talk to y'all on Saturday or Friday. Like they should wait until the season's over, so everyone can get a fair. My schedule is open. I'm available.
Exactly.
I can fly out of your town. I could do this, that I could prepare. You know what I'm saying? I could prepare what I want to say, some notes and schemes, and you know. So I think the process is rushed. Like right now, football is down. I believe the fiscal year or the contract year ends in like 2-3 weeks, like March 14th or something like that is officially where this season ends.
Over. Yeah.
And that's when you can start doing free agency and making moves, preparing for the draft, da 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 da. Why not have the interview process then?
Exactly. It make no sense to do in the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, I think that's part of the problem too. Like they rush it. They rush. They move it fast, so fast.
Not really a fair chance.
Exactly. Because even if I want to come, but I gotta, you
really focus on winning in the playoffs.
And even I'm not in the playoffs. The fact that you're doing it so quickly, like, yeah, I just lost. I just got bumped. My mind ain't even, like, I'm thinking about, what do we do here? Da, da, da. Oh, I need to come out there this week. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think the timing of it is another issue. I feel like there's a lot of issues bigger than just interview a black guy. I think there's a lot, they got to change a lot of things. But, yeah, that's ongoing, and there's no black ownership.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. I'm like, yo, is there any black owners or minority owners at all in NFL?
Not in football.
Because I don't remember at all.
I mean, the only thing, the Green Bay Packers is publicly traded. They don't have a one owner. They're public to the community of Green Bay, Wisconsin. But even that might not be minority because Green Bay Wisconsin is a white people.
Exactly.
And Byron Allen is trying to make a bid to get the Denver Broncos. I believe they're for sale right now. The daughter of the former owner is trying to buy them. So there's people that's fighting for it. So, we got people trying to get into that. So that could be a continual story. Like I said, the conversation continues. We'll see where that goes.